everybody, and welcome back to the channel. I'm Nick Bellmore, and today we are going to explore the top 5 festivals and events here in West Michigan. Each one of them kind of brings its own unique twist, whether it's art or food, or even just a ton of local spirit. So let's take a moment and let's jump into the festivals. Number 5 on our list is the Winter Wheat Festival. And this one's pretty cool. It's in mid-January and it's a music festival. Of course, it focuses on having just hours and hours of live music downtown. And it features just a ton of new local artists. You could be seeing someone who's going to be a star within the next few months when it comes to this festival. Obviously, one of the cool things about it, it's a place to go in the middle of winter to beat those winter blues, to spend a little bit of time in the community and meet people. And of course, it's a super festive atmosphere. It's also Grand Rapids, so you know we're featuring local breweries, local restaurants, all that type of stuff. So if it's mid-January and you're thinking about something to do, this is definitely a place to check out. Little known fact too, the Winter Wheat Festival is not actually about brewing and beer like I thought it was at first, but it's organized by the Wheatland Music Company, and I guess they have been doing events and festivals around music here in West Michigan for over 50 years. So if you are looking for something to do mid-January, this is an awesome one to check out. Number 4, in Grand Rapids, Michigan, in June, from the 6th to the 8th, is the Festival of Arts. If you know West Michigan, you know we love art, we love brewing, we love music, we love parties. And this is a really cool one in the middle of the summer to show off the unique art we have. And the Festival of the Arts has a ton of interactive stations where people, whether they're kids or adults, can go participate in creating art here in Grand Rapids. Of course, one of the cool things is it starts to transform downtown in the middle of the summer into a cool display of different art everywhere throughout the downtown area. So it's an interactive type of thing. You get to walk around, check out the art, participate at different stations. Of course, this is West Michigan, so there's food, there's beer, a lot of the breweries are involved and they have small stations set up too. So while you're traveling exhibit to exhibit, you can also see the local art that is our food here in West Michigan. Ton of interaction and a great place to enjoy some art in the middle of summer here in West Michigan. Number 3 on our list here in West Michigan, this is a cool one in August. This is the Grand Haven Coast Guard Festival. Grand Haven Coast Guard Festival is absolutely a celebration of the Coast Guard. And of course, we have a ton of coastline here in West Michigan and Michigan throughout. No doubt, we are one of the larger coastal states in the area between the lower and upper peninsulas of the Great Lakes alone. When you go through Grand Haven, what's some of the cool stuff you can do? Number 1, you can check out the Coast Guard stations down there in Grand Haven. You get to see a lot of the people that are working and rescuing people out in the Great Lakes. You get to check out some of the equipment, but it's also a giant community event. While it's 100% a celebration of the Coast Guard, it's also a display of all the cool local businesses in Grand Rapids. So many participate, so many really are participating and having a vibrant example of what's going on in the community through a lot of the products they're putting out there, and just a lot of fun in that festival. Of course, it culminates in a giant parade. This is one that attracts thousands of people from all around the area. It's a big long strip where everybody is going through with different food, different events, that fun type of stuff, and it's definitely one to check out. If I had to say there's one thing that I do have a hard time with, it's the parking. This is so popular that oftentimes you have to park blocks and blocks away and walk in, and I guess quite honestly, that does really add to a little bit of the fun of the event. We would take our kids, we would put them into wagons and roll them down there, but it's definitely worth checking out, especially if you've never been to the Coast Guard Festival in Grand Haven. Number 2 on the list, this is in September, end of September into the beginning of October. This is a big one, and quite honestly, I think there was quite a battle between 1 and 2, and if you disagree, let me hear it in the comments. But number 2 on this list is ArtPrize. There is so many cool sculptures, and we try to cover ArtPrize every single year when it comes through on our social media, highlight some of the art that's out there, but it ends up where we have giant, amazing sculptures all around Grand Rapids. And it's not just sculptures. Obviously, for ArtPrize, there's so much variety of these different artists, and it's one of the largest cash prizes for art anywhere. So this is one that I will tell you is kind of the crown jewel of Grand Rapids itself, and is an amazing festival. It draws also thousands and thousands of people to check it out, but it's also spread out enough that the crowds aren't really a problem, and you can at your own pace wander around, check out the art, and also interact with all the other cool things to do in the city. That's probably one of my favorite things about ArtPrize, is the fact that you can check out all the local restaurants, all the local breweries, the other museums and different things around the area. And as you're traveling through, there's literally just art everywhere. If you're into bike riding, Grand Rapids is also a great place to ride your bike downtown and cruise place to place, checking out the different sculptures and the different art. Definitely one of my favorites, just edging out ArtPrize, is the Tulip Festival in Holland. Why the Tulip Festival? Because it is such an awesome event. It draws in a lot of people, and for a lot of you that don't know, the Tulip Festival is in early May here in West Michigan, and Holland is the home of it. One of the best things that gets me excited every year is that the people in the neighborhoods around downtown Holland will actually plant and grow tulips along a 12-inch strip in front of the street, and oftentimes up the sides of their driveways. So before you even get into downtown and see the hundreds and hundreds of thousands of giant tulips in bloom at the time that this festival happens, you travel through the neighborhoods, and sometimes you might be looking for parking, and it almost feels like all of downtown and the people that live there are a part of this event, because they're planting their own tulips that are also coming up in the yard at this time. There's lots of parades when it comes to Tulip Festival. There's lots of local vendors that have tents. There's like a whole alley of pop-up food trucks, all that stuff goes. And of course, my kid's favorite, there is a fun fair with rides and games and all that kind of stuff that goes on downtown for Tulip Festival. There's a million different patches, whether it's multicolored tulips or just single plots that have been grown all over downtown, but it's an amazing event. It draws visitors from around the world, and it absolutely highlights the excitement of the beauty of West Michigan. From the lake shore to all of downtown blooming in tulips, there's a ton of photo opportunities, and when you go down there and check it out, you'll be amazed how many people are running around with this big super photography equipment, just taking advantage of a lot of the natural beauty happening at that time. If you haven't been there, make the time and check out Tulip Festival. And there you have it. It's the top 5 things that are happening in West Michigan when it comes to festivals that you absolutely don't want to miss. What were your thoughts? Which one did you like better? Did I have something out of order? Let me hear from you in the comments. And of course, if you are thinking about making a move to West Michigan, reach out to me. I would love to help you find what area is right for you and the perfect house for you. And my contact information is in the description below.